my god, you know who's really good at this? Rachel Landon. I wish she was.
Oh, we should probably take ourselves out.
Welcome to At the Bar with Benny and Gib. How's that?
I've never looked better.
I'm Benny.
And I'm Gib.
And we're at the bar. We're like actually at the bar.
I know, it's crazy.
It's operating. It's operational.
It's operational.
It's not operating yet, but it's operational. Coca-Cola was delivered yesterday.
That is true.
And we got our menu up. We got all these beautiful beverages just waiting.
We got new squirty guns.
Squirty guns. We got ice bins. We got 3 ice bins. Oh, so much. It's such a big deal. Big goings on here at Open Stage at 25 North Court.
That is very Very true.
Street in Harrisburg, PA. And welcome to At the Bar. Before we go too far, I certainly want to say specifically welcome to our Inner Circle members. This is, after all, a show that is specifically created for you, our Inner Circle members. Although anybody can watch it, anybody who's not an Inner Circle member should know that they should become an Inner Circle member.
Okay.
What's an Inner Circle member, you ask? Well, it's very easy. I'm glad. Thank you for asking, the internet.
I always ask, but
Yeah, the Inner Circle is a group of very passionate and dedicated lovers of the arts, and they believe that theater is priceless, specifically theater, and even this new virtual world of streaming theater, all of that is priceless. So they put their money where their mouth is, and they step up every month, and they make a contribution to Open Stage, and it has helped us present our entire 35th season for free or on a sliding scale, trying to be as accessible as possible. And by joining the Inner Circle, you can help to make art, theater, visual streaming technology, all of that more accessible to somebody who maybe cannot afford it. So we hope that you will join the Inner Circle, and then when you do that, you get treated to all these benefits, like shows created exclusively for you, and then also shared with everybody else. But it's the thought.
It is the thought.
It's the intention.
We take at least an hour to plan this.
Well,
Sometimes.
an hour. It takes an hour to set it up. It does take an hour to set it up, but that's not because we don't love you or haven't thought about what we're going to do because we don't care. It's because we're doing so many other things.
Oh my gosh, so many things.
To try to get this theater back open, it's incredible. And now people are in rehearsal.
First time in 14 months. Well, besides like us in rehearsal.
Yeah, but when we were
that doesn't count.
Yeah, when we were streaming the season, we were so much rehearsing as we were getting in front of the camera and recording with
Right.
scripts that we had literally just read for the first time and then learned. So it's a little bit different. We're back into proper rehearsals, which is wonderful, but unfortunately, it means that our producer, Rachel Landon, cannot be with us tonight.
Yeah.
So we are producing the show ourselves, Benny and I.
Surprise!
So get ready for technical dazzlery.
Rachel, if you're watching this, please come back.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. We're doing some things, and you know what? I know what we're doing next. And while I mash some internet buttons,
What are we doing?
Benny, why don't you make us a drink? Do you want to do that?
Oh, you mean it's the drink of the month? Mute my mic.
And now I'll do this, and now we're all good. Now we're good.
Are we good? No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yes. Check. One,
Check,
two.
check, 1, 2.
You sound like you're in the. Oh yeah.
Because it's mute the MacBook for a second.
Cool. Mute what?
Mute your MacBook.
Check
No,
it out.
the actual computer device.
It's fun to learn on the job while you're doing the job.
Sound off in the comments if that sounds better. I think it does.
Joe says.
Sounds good.
Good.
Great. Well, you didn't need to hear half of what I said before. But we typically make, if you've been watching us for a while, you know we make specialty cocktails themed to the virtual production that we have been doing every single month. And unfortunately, or excitedly, There is no virtual production this month happening on our virtual main stage, but we do have one coming into 25 North Court Street in just a little over or just under 2 weeks. May 28th, we'll be opening our door to the public. So y'all, you are getting your first look at how we build our signature cocktail for Over the Rainbow, our Songs of Judy Garland experience. This is going to be a ruby slipper. What you're going to do is take yourself a rocks glass and fill it with
a woolly slipper. What's a woolly slipper?
A woolly slipper. I don't know what that is. It's a ruby slipper.
Oh, a ruby slipper.
Ruby slipper. To your rocks glass, you're going to take some ice. And then you're going to add about a shot of bourbon. Today we're going to be using Hidden Stills David E. bourbon. Take a look at that label. Look at how gorgeous that is.
Yes, give it to me. Put it in my face.
Hidden Stills, we love you. This is a plug. Hidden Stills is a wonderful, wonderful local company here in the Harrisburg Tri-County State area. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know we're back at the bar when I can do that. To that, we are going to add some ginger beer.
No, wait. Is it ginger beer or is it ginger ale? It's ginger ale. It's not ginger beer.
This is ginger ale.
It's ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Listen.
Look, that's why I thought it tasted different, and I think it's really good. I'm just saying.
Wonderful.
But it's not ginger beer. Don't lie to the people.
Listen,
Tell the people the truth.
Okay, it's ginger ale. It's not ginger beer. It has a different flavor because it inherently has a different palate. But now we got to make it red, so we're going to add some grenadine on top. You don't have to add too much. If you're a sweetheart like I am, love yourself some sugar. Add more, but if I'm giving this to Gibson, I've just ruined his cocktail. Yeah. Top that off with a little garnish, and there you have it, the ruby slipper. The garnish will probably not or the sugar rim that I've done here will probably not happen when we're back in the theater, mostly because we don't have time for that. So sugar rim optional. Hello.
You keep doing your
There's a human at the door, so I'm going to set this here for Gibson, and I'm going to go over this one more time. We got a rocks glass. Make myself a little cocktail here. How's everyone doing in the chat room? Feeling good? Feeling all right? Great. Gibby, don't worry about the tech. I struggle every day with virtual stuff. It's all good. Oh, Janet, don't we know it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And because Gibson is picky, I'm going to come over here to a ginger beer that myself and our lovely bar manager, Rebecca Krumanacher, opened up a little bit ago, mostly because we were taste testing all of the drinks for season 36, and let me just say, they're pretty incredible. Top it off with some grenadine once again.
Oh, I get it. So you get ginger beer, and I get ginger ale.
I'm gonna give you the ginger beer. That's why I made another one.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I want it this way. I like this. I just wanted to complain about it as well.
Listen, if people tell you that bartenders don't get harassed because drinks are made just a little bit differently, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're liars. And
wow.
I just try and make good things for my friends.
All right, so we're gonna try to try this drink now.
We are gonna try this drink. Are you ready,
so what happens,
friends?
But I want to go to this camera.
Yeah, I got you. show is falling apart when you don't have Rachel Landon.
What is happening? Sorry, guys.
Okay, Joey B, you don't have to be a show-off.
All right, look. If you're going to prep for a show, we had to try these drinks first.
We did.
Off air, because if they were bad on air, imagine the technical difficulties then.
Correct.
So we had 3 or 4 to try them, and now we're live and it's good.
Yeah.
I was saying, Dr. Kamika Campbell is here. We're going to be doing the Black Newsbeat, Harrisburg Black Newsbeat after the show, special election coverage. Congratulations, Wanda Williams. Yes, little preview, if you hadn't heard.
Preview. If you hadn't heard, and this is your first time hearing it, and you didn't vote for Wanda.
Sorry about you.
Sorry about
you. But so that's coming up, and then I just want to say this drink is delicious. Now that you can hear us, Benny makes a fine cocktail. I got the one with ginger ale, and I think it's just delicious.
So if you're at the bar, you have an option of ginger beer or ginger ale. And coming to you very soon, Open Stage is going to have online drink ordering. So you will be able to purchase your drinks from either the comfort of your home prior to walking into the theater, inside the theater, inside during the show for a little after-show cocktail. Please don't try and buy a drink in the middle of a show. That's just rude.
Not in the middle of the show.
That's just rude. But yes, online ordering is soon coming to Open Stage. I was working on our website this morning with my good pal Rebecca, our bar manager, and we're getting ready for some big changes here at the Court Street Cabaret.
Oh my goodness! Yes, this is the official name of the bar. Of course, it's the Court Street Cabaret, and we will have cabaret coming your way. But Benny, why don't you talk a little bit more about the Inner Circle? Because
wouldn't I love to?
I think you would.
Our Inner Circle, might I say, love them dearly. Also, to answer your question, Joe, I'll just Venmo you. That's my dad. But we do love our Inner Circle members. I know we say it week after week on all of our shows, and every time we come on and goof off here at the bar with Benny and Gib, but it is true, without the Inner Circle, we would have been struggling very hard through this pandemic. So
we wouldn't.
We want to take this time to thank all of our Inner Circle members for over a year of dedicated service, but we especially want to thank our producer level sponsors and higher of the Inner Circle, and that includes Miles Babbitt, Joanne and Troy Bakel, Chris Baldridge and David Skirpon, Joe and Janet Benameda. I love you both. Thank you for the support. William and Sharia Ben, love those guys too. Michael Chapeloni, Jeff and Caitlin Coquist, mwah! Desiree DeSoto, Harold and Maureen Dunbar, the Freeman family, America's second favorite sweetheart, Matthew Golden.
Of the Obstructed View fame?
Of Obstructed View fame. Where was I? Oh yes, Mary Lou and Raymond Harris, Nicholas Huge, the one and only Scrooge, Dan.
I don't think his name is Nicholas Huge.
I definitely said
You said Nicholas Huge, the one and only Scrooge, which does rhyme.
It rhymes, and I'm keeping it. Dan Duber and Elizabeth Johnson, Robert and Joyce Cantor, Dr. Craig Keel and Renee Klook Keel, Esquire,
Core.
4 drinks, y'all, 4 drinks. Beryl Core and Patrick Blair, Wayne and Gloria Landon, we love you.
Yes.
Phil and Beverly Lear, Howard Pullman and David Forney, Karen Rookie, we love ya.
Yeah.
Craig Sager and Jay Little, Brad and Colleen Sanders, Kristen Schofield, Dr. Ellen Stockstill, John and Abby Tierney, and
congrats to Abby Tierney, also won her primary seat. Yay!
yes, she
primary,
did. Lots of Open
election.
Stage supporters actually won their primary seats. Maybe if you support Open Stage, you get elected.
Oh, how about that? Look at that. Now we, of
That
course,
I have-
as a 501c cannot endorse, nor...
yeah, we can't endorse
yes.
any of you,
Any of
but
you.
if
But
you
we do offer
love
congratulations
us,
to the winners, yes?
yeah, yes, all winners.
Yes. And losers. Congratulations, losers, as well.
Yeah, thank you for participating.
Right? Nobody ever says congratulations, losers. All right. People have said it to us. They have said it to us.
That is fair. Yes, they have.
Didn't one of our producers just win an election? I think Joe is referring to Abby. Yeah.
I believe he's referring to Abby Tierney.
Yes. One a primary.
A primary. We gotta wait for November, folks. So it's not done yet. But Tamika will talk about that more on.
Let's leave the election coverage to Dr. Campbell and
more qualified than us two yahoos.
Oh, that's not even saying literally anything.
That's literally saying
say nothing.
Nothing.
It's like saying nothing. It's time for our monthly update.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's the core of what we do here at the Bar.
It's honestly all we do at the bar.
Well, we first we drink, and then we get to the core of what we do. And it's about what's going on up on stage, and there's so much going on. I mean, we are transitioning from virtual to live. We'll still be streaming some of the material that we're doing. For example, My Talented Friends Live moves to streaming live with an in-studio audience starting July 10th. It's my birthday.
Oh, God.
It's my birthday.
Wow.
On my birthday, I have to work, and I have to do the show, but I'm very excited.
So far on the calendar, there's nothing for my birthday, so I'm sorry. You have to work on yours.
Yeah, it sucks. But, at the same time, what else would I want to do on my birthday than it'd be a part of the variety show that I adore? And it's going to be great because we're going to be in the studio theater.
Yeah.
We're going to have Nick and Stacy right next to us. Chad Michelson will be sitting next to me on the couch. Rachel will be in the booth, but also the booth is kind of in the audience, which is amazing. Can't wait for you to see the new studio theater.
And live hecklers, which is what that show really didn't need.
Live hecklers. Finally, people can criticize our comedy writing and delivery in person rather than having to diligently type criticism at every turn. You can just be there and you can comment in your own voice, hey, do better, or hey, try at least. Don't even try harder, just try.
And nothing will change.
Nothing's going to change. We're not going to pay attention to it. But it's exciting, and it's been an exciting show. The last couple of shows have been super crazy, right? We had some super fun guests. We had, in the past month, we've had Carly Lafferty. Who you will be seeing in the upcoming production of Over the Rainbow.
Heck yeah.
But Carly did a couple songs for us. Frances McKern, who is a TikTok phenom, just a super hit on TikTok. She came on the show, and we're going to show you a little bit of some of her clips. And then last night we had Ellery Ward, who has 2 albums dropping in June, and I've got a video clip from Ellery a little bit later on in the show. Stunning, unbelievable. It's been a great show. And next week we will have Cordone and Kilgore on the show, and they are actually sort of another web show. Cordone and Kilgore is a web show out of Orlando. Natalie Cordone is an incredible opera singer and jazz standard singer, and a dear friend of mine from years back. So they host their own web show. Rachel and I were on it on Monday, and so next week they're coming on our show, and hopefully we'll be able to book them. Natalie Cordone and Sean Kilgore do a Steve and Stephen Eady show. What's Steve's last name? Steve Rogers, not Steve Rogers. Steve, somebody.
Steve.
Edie Gourmet and Steve Edwards. Steve Martin. Steve and Edie show. It's a Steve and Edie show. Steve Lawrence, Edie Gourmet.
You could have fooled me.
They're old-timey singers from the Broadway. And the Cordone and Kilgores do a show, so maybe we'll get them up here. But that's it. Let's play a little bit of the comedy that Frances McKern brought us. Now, this is professional comedy.
Yeah, it is.
Frances is a TikTokian, or a TikToker, a purveyor of TikTok. I don't know how the kids call it, but she makes TikToks. And,
that's it.
right?
TikToker, yeah.
She's got about 44,000 followers.
Which is about 44,000 more than the rest of us.
Oh, indeed. She's got a lot of followers, and because she is crazy. She does so many posts every day, and it's all amazing content. She creates these characters in their long-running series in short format, because TikTok, for the most part, is about a minute long, and each one. And so she put together a bunch of this one character called Antonia, who's sort of like an old Broadway lady who's been around the block a couple of times, and she's super fun. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Thanks, Benny. And check out Frances McKern.
Oh, I was a dish. No question. Alonzo will be back in just a few moments with the photo album. I was a model before I was an actress. I could perch on the hood of a Buick wide job longer than any of them. Oh, people always want to stir the pot. I didn't have nearly as many affairs as they said I did. I'm just a natural flirt. They write books about flirting now. You can't learn how to do that in a book. It's instinctual. To shoot him a look across the bar. Ahoy there, Captain. When does the ship leave port? How are you set for fresh eggs and underwear? You've got nice shoulders. Graceful slope. Good arm muscles, too. I know I'm not supposed to talk directly to you. You're a compelling character. I'm drawn to you. It's magnetic. You got a wife? You got kids? Are they local? They send me screeners. I still see all the movies that are coming out today. And I can appreciate the kind of acting that goes on today. It's very subtle. I wasn't paid to be subtle. I was paid to hit my mark and land a line after a 3-minute tap break. Breath control. I worked with Boyd Larper, fabulous director. His trademark was keeping everybody's hair and costume the same for the entire picture so he could get all the reaction shots all at once. It would just be a whole day of huh? No. Ooh. Oh. What? And it worked. And most days we were released in time to catch Giddy Tremaine's last set at the Hopscotch Club. Now there was a ventriloquist. Oh yes, we went to all the clubs. And back then they had seats for everyone. Not just standing room fire hazard. There was Matilda's Cherry. They had a floor show there that involved 12 shirtless men, 3 dogs, and a goldfish. And the goldfish survived every time. And then there was the Boycott. That was only open when all the other clubs were closed. I ran into Howard Hughes in the bathroom there once. I don't remember who was in the wrong place, but neither of us minded. The Peppermill. They only served salads. Even the drinks had lettuce in them. Houdini's Hideaway, they would lock you in, and then the party couldn't end until somebody found the key. And I found the key once, but my second husband hid it again until the belly dancers did their second set. And I can't remember anything that happened at Nikki's Hat Rack, but the photographs always looked fantastic. My second marriage was mostly political. I'm the only one still kicking, so I think I can talk about it. Maybe don't air this until my lawyers have had a chance to. Henry Bonchance, not his real name. He was a rising actor at the studio, but he had a lady problem in that he did not like ladies. That was a problem then. It's not a problem now. Big problem then. Oh, I tell you, that studio is on the wrong side of history. They put me in the lead in a picture about a lesbian romance. I was the only woman in the damn thing. Nearly had a nomination for that one, though. He was probably my happiest marriage, Henry. I was crazy about him. He loved me, too. Oh, and that house. Oh, that house. Victor, I still have dreams about that house. Henry eventually left show business. He started a glass-blowing studio with his roommate. He didn't make this, but he could have. Did I know that I was making less money than my male co-stars? Yes. But we were told it was because they had families to support. Several families in some cases. It didn't bother me because it couldn't bother me. Simple as that. They told us every day that we were a dime a dozen. And that's about what they paid us in the early days. So you took the perks to make up for it. Hats, dresses, free dinners where the dessert course was slapping a producer's nephew and making a beeline for the exit. And they would just leave the props hanger unlocked and unguarded. I once sold the Maltese Falcon to an Alsatian tourist I met at the Peppermill for $2,000 and the rest of his Cobb salad.
I'll stop touching the buttons.
I was just
Nobody
hoping
wants me
touch
to
the
touch
buttons.
Nobody wants me to touch the buttons.
There's no way Rachel touches the buttons.
Yes, and Rachel's very good at it. That Frances McKern is so much fun. Just and if you haven't ever tried the TikTok, don't be scared. Just download the app. Doesn't cost anything. And believe me, sit down and watch it for about 15-20 minutes, and you'll be hooked. And if you like comedy, search for comedy, and you will not be disappointed. If you like politics and activism and education, you can look for that too. If you like teenage girls dancing to literally the same dance for hours upon end,
Don't admit that.
There's that for you too.
Just don't admit it.
Talk to the folks about the obstructed view, Benny.
Oh my God, I would love to talk to them about the obstructed view, because you know what? The Obstructed View is by far my favorite talk show on the face of the planet. It is.
But that's not right anymore.
No, it's not every Thursday night anymore. They are currently on hiatus.
That's right.
As they prep for their big move into the studio theater. They are also, much like MTFL, or My Talented Friends Live, for those that can't figure out acronyms fast enough, they are moving into the studio theater to do live stream shows. That means that you, the wonderful folks at home in the Harrisburg area, can also become a part of their live studio audience. They were going to return to live performances starting July 2nd. Stuart Landon, please correct us in the comments, because neither one of us could figure it out.
Stuart is at rehearsal. He's not. Nobody's
That's
watching.
right.
Nobody with. I mean, there's people watching, but nobody with authority from this organization is watching, and that is a good thing.
Who decided? Oh, I mean, yeah, that is a good thing. But
this is good. We need to fly under the radar.
But in all seriousness, the Obstructed View is a very fun, very informative talk show talking about all things gay, news, pop culture, you name it. They'll talk about it. They'll try some foods. They'll eat some things. They have a variety of interesting guests, all focused around the idea of accepting and loving yourself and loving everyone around you. It's a wonderful time. I highly recommend that when they come back, you take a look or go back and watch a previous episode. We do have
on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Which you could be watching this on. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to that. Oh, look, Alix is watching on our YouTube, so there's at least one of you.
Yay,
I love you, Alix. Hi. Don't make people aware that you're unsupervised. Too late. But don't take our word for it. Let's show you just how much fun the Obstructed View really has with this super awesome hiatus commercial.
I'm doing it. I hit the button.
Yeah. Welcome to the Obstructed View.
Hi, friends. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Bree, I sent that to you in confidence. I'm not giving my feet pics away for free. I'd love to go to a gay island.
Anything to really increase that awareness of mind-body is going to help you shift your consciousness.
Feel at home in your own body. You know, what's going to make you feel like secure in what you're using.
That was a nice moment that I felt we all shared. Cheers, squares.
Molly run the chat. Oh, hey, let's
We're
planning, which we never do. We never ever
Look at that.
plan.
Look at
but
us.
We're working out bits.
Yeah, working out bits and tricks. And look at that.
Joey B's watching on the YouTube.
Oh, look
on
at
the YouTubes.
That. So look at that
See,
fun, happy, the Obstructed View. we highly recommend that you come back and join us when it's back in live in studio audience. Let's make you a drink and let's have some fun. Maybe it'll be a brunch. Who knows?
It'll be fun no matter what. That's for sure. You know, it always is also fun and informative.
Would it be the show that's happening right after our show tonight?
HBG Black News Beat, starring
Gotta be
Dr.
the one.
Kamika Campbell and Bassir Vincent behind the keys. And they do a heck of a show. Dr. Kamika she comes in here and does pre-work, which is something that we learn every day. Every day it's like, look at that, preparation.
Yeah. Preparation.
And it pays off. And when you see the sausage get made and you see that there's actually work that goes into it, you're like, wow, that's why it works.
It's almost like you have to be well informed and well educated in order to make really informed decisions, especially during election season.
Well, and if you want to be that kind of person, this is the perfect show for you because, I mean, just on the regular, Black Newsbeat is keeping all of us up to date on the news and culture and politics and activism of the Black community in Harrisburg specifically. But right now, they've been just for the past month just going crazy. Covering the local debate, the local election debates, school board and city council and the mayor all up for primaries or elections. Yesterday was the voting day, and Black Newsbeat in cooperation with YPOC and who else was involved in that? Dr. Campbell for the Midtown Action Council and Friends of Midtown all got together to create a series of debates on the internet that the public could watch and participate in. And so, you know, there was one for each, for the city council, for the school board, and for the mayor. And I mean, there's 5 people running for mayor, and we had 4 of them at the debate. And the guy who wasn't there missed out. You know what I mean? He should have been there. Should have been there. These debates were so awesome and so hot. And then afterwards, Dr. Campbell and Bassir and Rachel Hetrick and Rob Shroff would get on and like when you watch CNN and you see these people who are paid to be talking heads and they're just literally paid to just talk and keep talking, and there's really not a lot of substance there. This was the opposite of that. This was for people who were invested, educated, knew
fire.
Yeah, and knew the hot fire, and knew the issues sometimes better than some of the people running. And we're able to talk about it and have the community take part in that conversation. And they, of course, also we're all 501c3s, so we're not here to advocate for anybody or to or against anyone, but only issue-based advocacy. So it was a real public service, and something that I am very proud of. I know that Open Stage is very, very proud to have been a part of, and it's gonna continue tonight. As soon as this is over at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Dr. Campbell will come on with another special election results coverage show, and then return next week for the regularly scheduled programming of the Black Newsbeat, which just goes back to covering the stuff that goes on in Harrisburg, and boy, there's always stuff going on.
Always things happening.
So you want to check out that. It's such a great show. I also want to talk about a little bit about what we've been doing to the facilities here. For those of you who haven't been here since the renovation, oh my gosh, you need to come because it's obviously very, very different from what it was for the first 27 years that we were in this facility. It's so beautiful, and the renovation was great, but then when we had the shutdown, we decided to beef it up, and we got Joey B in here to build us a chanteuse stage here in the Court Street Cabaret. That is now brilliantly painted orange and is about to be decorated. It's looking great. We got it a very tight little mini skirt to go around it. It is very sexy chanteuse
Don't
stage.
describe it like that. Don't.
It's a sexy
dehumanize.
stage. It's a sexy stage.
You're dehumanizing the stage.
I'm not dehumanizing the stage. I'm complimenting the stage. The curves are beautiful.
Okay. Respect.
Thank
Respect.
you.
Backing off.
And then the audience riser area is very sort of brutalist and angular, but also very lovely. That was designed by me, and I designed it by putting 8 rectangles in a row.
You mean the 8 rectangles that were already built
Yes.
and the easiest to put together?
Well, yes. I don't know what that's about, but yes. I mean, it's true. And you know what? It does. What it made me think of was putting this stuff together. When I had my buddy Joey B here, and Benny, and we had, what was it, Roger, and there was a few other volunteers that came in to help.
Robin Meadows.
Yes, to get that day, that volunteer day going, and they came in here and Karen Rook, Karen Gasser, legged up these decks, and Joe Osborne has been coming in to volunteer. Just know that this is an organization that has 5 staff members, and for the past year we've been doing it all, but now we are opening our doors not just to our audience and to our patrons and to our artists, but also to those of you who want to be involved in the production aspect of it. You want to help build a set, or do you want to usher a show, or do you want to, if you're ramp certified, you want to pick up a shift at the bar? There's lots of ways for you to get involved. So if you are interested in volunteering at Open Stage, hit me up. Send me an email at chris@openstage.com, and I think I even made a banner for it.
Oh, wow.
Or did I just, I think
You're
I thought
fancy.
about it. I thought about it.
Well,
I
the
didn't.
thought is what counts.
Chris
is how they
at-
say it.
chris@openstagehbg.com. If you want to volunteer, hit me up. Now look at this. Look at the flex that he's putting on me here. You build boxes, I build curves. Yes,
I mean,
Joey B, you're right.
As Joe's child, I can attest that he does build curves indeed. Many a set back in my high school youth.
Look at Joey.
For all of the curves. Look at that!
Joey B typing in my banners for me. Thank you, Joey. That's great.
Love you, Dad.
Ah, boy, Joey B. You can always count on him. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Janet. Thank you guys for always being there and tuning in and helping out. So if you want to be a part of the team, jump on there. Benny has got a show. I love it whenever I reference you, I also eclipse you in the frame.
Listen, I think it's better this
It's
way.
right this way. Yeah, Benny, my pal, Benny,
Yeah.
has a show coming up with the kids. Tell them about it.
I do. The Teen Studio is wrapping up their class year with their final virtual production. They are going above and beyond what even we do at the main stage, and they do all their productions virtually and live in person, live on the internet. And they're going, I can't wait to have Scarlett back either, Sonia. It's going to be a blast this summer.
Oh, and please, Sonia, my compliments to the chef. The Girl Scout cookies were delicious.
Phenomenal. But our final virtual performance is Tales from Sleepy Hollow. Now some of you may be going, but Benny, you did that already. Like, you recorded it and stuff. Well, this one's gonna be even greater, dadgummit, and it's because my kids are putting their heart and souls into it. If any of you got to watch
It's a
Tales
remix,
from
right?
Sleepy
Isn't
Hollow,
it kind of a remix?
it's kind of a remix. There's some additional characters to this edition. There's brand new visual elements where the stories were in the original
Words
Sleepy
are
Hollow.
hard.
And words are hard. And yeah, come check us out. They will be performing May 28th at 7 p.m. and May 29th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. These are live, one and done performances. So best check them out when you can. They love seeing you all out there in virtual audience land. So drop on by. Tell them that you came from At the Bar. Tell them that
When
their
you come to the
teacher's
kids'
cool.
show, tell them that you came from At the Bar. That's always a great way to introduce yourself at a children's show.
Listen.
But you know, the thing about it is these kids have, some of them literally their first introduction to theater has been through this virtual year of Panderoni.
It's wild.
And this is, and it's really interesting because we, you know, Benny and Rachel and Stuart and I and Bree, we created a whole main stage series of virtual theater this season, and it was a bit of a struggle fest. I mean, I think we're very proud of the work that we did, but it was a struggle fest. These kids have really embraced the virtual sort of genre and found this really wonderful sort of very modern acting style that comes across. I'm very impressed with them every time I see it, and it's not easy to do virtual theater.
It's not.
It's just not. I mean, it's not easy to do regular theater, and it's not easy to do virtual theater when you have no communication from your audience. It's incredibly tough, and to stay emotionally invested, and to keep pushing a narrative forward, and to embody a character on your own in your own house. Well, it's not easy, and so these kids do a really amazing job. And also, Sammy Melville,
y'all.
Woo,
You gotta
script.
look up our friends' work. They're amazing author, and the story that Sammy's created is just incredible. Taking so many different aspects of American folklore, and if you get a chance, please, Inner Circle members, you can watch the original Tales from Sleepy Hollow in the vault right now. But if you want to have a virtual experience, check us out May 28th. But I will say this, May 28th is a rather big day for us here at Open Stage Gibby, because it's not just the opening to my teen's last performance of the school year. It's the first performance back ever.
we are so excited. Over the Rainbow, the songs of Judy Garland, live on stage. Yes.
Judy
Look,
Garland.
We have Judy Garland represented in her youth, in her sort of heyday, like, big Broadway and old Hollywood, and then in her, not older, but later years when she was going through sort of emotional and relationship issues and issues, addiction, and her voice and her songs took on an even deeper emotional resonance. Look, Judy Garland, you don't have to say anything more than that, right? But you have to say who's portraying Judy Garland. You got Carly Lafferty, you got Rachel Landon, and you got Stacey Warner. Unbelievable powerhouses. Oh my God! And they've been rehearsing in here, and we've been listening to the harmonies that Nick Warner, our music director, is crafting with them. And of course, Stuart is directing the show. We've got Molly Young, our intern, will be working the soundboard with the tutelage, under the tutelage of Wayne Landon. They're all at Italian Lake right now rehearsing.
Which is why we have been left alone. Even the other intern, Frederick, who's working on some research, like heavy deep dive research, dramaturgy on Judy, got sent to Italian Lake.
We all got sent to the bar. I'm not complaining.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not complaining at all. But anyway, it's going to be an amazing show. You got to check it out. And I'll tell you what, let's go and check out a couple of commercials, and then we'll come back with some more riveting content from At the Bar.
With Benny and Gib.
With Benny and Gib. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? You may choose between the jarred gravy and the blue cheese.
I wrote both down, so I'm doing both.
Leaping lizards!
Are you ready to travel through time? I know I am.
You're wearing a black shirt.
I'm wearing a black shirt.
You call that a glass of water?
That was so well done. You're welcome, the internet. I figured it out. I figured it out.
Well, let me get our powerhouse women off of your face.
See, it's not so easy. Why is this camera so low?
Because I'm short, Gibson.
I mean, if I were to do this, I'd be like, okay. Well, this is some beautiful artwork by Stephen Michael Haas, one of our local artist friends, on my T-shirt here. But it's time for me to make a drink, and then Benny.
Oh, how the turns table.
Oh, how the turns have tabled. Benny has got a big bit of news that we've been keeping from y'all till Act 2. But before that, we're going to go to Drink 2, which is another cocktail made with our David E. line of Pennsylvania straight bourbon whiskey. Now, this is the our rep will kill me because I don't know exactly how he calls it, but this is the brown label, and this is a 42% alcohol by volume bourbon. I don't know how long it's aged, but let me tell you, the David E. line has, I believe, 5 different levels of bourbon. And the first drink that Benny made was the yellow label, which is a nice sort of drinkable bourbon, and this one is like the next notch up, a little bit older, a little bit higher ABV, and it is delicious, and it goes up like 2 or 3 more levels after this. This is from Hidden Stills. This is one of our new local vendors that we're supporting and featuring at the Court Street Cabaret, and oh my goodness, it's so good. And so we're going to pour ourselves a Dave Rich wine, which is about 2 fingers of bourbon over a little bit of ice, and that's it.
There's too much ice in that glass. I must let you.
Dave likes a couple of cubes. I'd maybe throw a few more. Dr. Campbell sees another problem.
Oh, Dr. Campbell, what's the other problem? Please.
I knew that was the problem.
That is a problem.
That is definitely a problem. But you know what I'm here to do? Solve problems.
All right. Well, it is a 1-ingredient cocktail, so it's very simple to do.
2 ingredients. There's ice in it.
There's ice in it. Let's give it a taste.
Cheers. Yes, Betty. It's good for you.
Yeah, so listen, people say you're just I say it will clear out your sinuses.
Clear out your sinuses?
It clears out so much more than sinuses. I will say this, y'all. I am not, very obviously, I am not a straight bourbon or straight whiskey drinker. I could drink a David E. And that's not just because Hidden Stills is a sponsor with us.
But it's very smooth drinking, right?
It's very smooth.
It's that's the thing is that
smooth.
Sometimes if you drink some, lower shelf spirits by themselves, they're pretty harsh. But if you have a finely crafted spirit like David E. Lee bourbon, it's delightful on the palate. It smells great, tastes great. It's got a bit of a caramely flavor to it. Mm-hmm. And that ice opens up the bourbon. A lot of people like their bourbon neat, and which is fine, but you actually kind of miss out on some of the flavor that a bourbon can bring to you if you don't put a little bit of water in it. Maybe just a cube or even just like a little pipette of water just to open that up a little bit. I like it a little bit more because it makes it a little bit easier drinking.
It is. It's definitely easier drinking. I will agree with that.
Oh, they go down. They go down so easily. It's dangerous. But Benny,
Yes.
let's not hold on to this news anymore. We have breaking news. Breaking news.
News. Stuart Landon has made the final decisions, and we are here to announce to the Inner Circle season 36.
Yay!
That's right. Our in-person season 36 has a lineup. We have titles, and you all get to see them right now.
Break.
Y'all, that's season 36.
Wow.
That is all the productions we are doing on our main stage alone.
It's an amazing amount of material. It's a daunting amount of material to
Daunting
think,
amount of material.
but it's what we do, and we're back to doing it, and
We
we
are.
cannot wait to get started.
Yeah.
Do we have a program? Did we lose?
There's a program in my office.
Okay, I'll go get it.
I'll start talking to the people about the season because I'm going to start off with the very first one, which is starting up in July of all things. Our season's starting in July, folks, with Tapestry, a Carole King concert experience. We are so excited to bring the album of Tapestry to life on stage with yet another powerhouse of people behind it. We have an amazing cast, an amazing crew. Oh my God, it's amazing. Hi. Sorry, I got distracted because our producer just walked in the door.
Believe me, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Great, Rachel.
Nothing has gone wrong.
Okay.
Everything's great. We're announcing the season.
Right now?
Yes,
now.
we remembered to do it.
I'm ready.
No, we just did it.
We just played the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rachel Landon made that video.
She did. It was great.
This is going well.
Thank you.
It's going well. It's going as well as you would expect.
It's going so well. But like I said, Tapestry is going to be starting up in July. So tickets are going on sale Friday, y'all. So get ready. Inner Circle members, watch out. You should have an email right now, actually, saying all the stuff so you can get your tickets starting tonight. Our next one is Every Brilliant Thing. Oh, Every Brilliant Thing. Do you know about Every Brilliant Thing?
I do.
Maybe?
It is a one-person show. In this case, the person will be nobody else than Stuart Landon himself, our producing artistic director.
I don't know him.
He will be taking the stage under the direction of Karen Rook.
Oh, we love you, Karen.
Oh, we love you, Rookie. And what's such a beautiful piece of theater. It is an exploration into dark subject matter with a light touch, and it leaves you with a sense of buoyancy and emotional release. There are dark elements in the show in that it does center around a mother who was troubled and who well, I don't want to give the show away, but it's a perspective of a person who grew up with a mother who was troubled, and his efforts to sort of make her life better.
It's honestly a play about giving you just everything worth living for. Every brilliant thing, like it says in the title. This performance starts in September, which is exciting.
Yep.
And is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be fun to watch Stuart Landon do his thing on stage by himself.
Yeah.
Is this the first time he's done something on stage by himself since Santaland?
By himself, yeah. I would say this is the first one-person show he's done since Santaland. So those of you who, for years came out to see Stuart do David Sedaris's brilliant holiday play, you know that Stuart is a commanding presence on stage.
But it is nothing like Santaland Diaries. Do not come expecting him in an elf suit.
No, it's none of that, but it is funny, and it is beautiful, and it is touching, and it is definitely something you want to not just experience, but be a part of. And I'm not going to say anything more than that, but it is not your typical theater experience. It is...
probably, dare I say, better. Well, to each their own.
There's a lot this season that is not part of your typical theater experience. Let's talk about the next show after that.
Oh, okay. So White Rabbit, Red Rabbit. The tagline here says it all. A single actor, a sealed envelope, and an empty stage. And White Rabbit, Red Rabbit is just that.
How many times can you say we have produced a show here at Open Stage that none of the actors have read, that the artistic director has not read?
The only one in the building that I believe has read this show is Rachel Landon, who is the stage manager.
Yes, but I think Bree Dow also saw a production of it, because Bree will be, I'm sure...
Bree will be aiding, probably.
Involved in, certainly... Somebody here had to know what was going on.
Correct, because...
But, yeah, it's a really cool concept.
Once an actor performs Red Rabbit, or White Rabbit, Red Rabbit...
Or sees it,
they are no longer allowed to perform it
ever again. You, as an actor, can only perform the show if you've never seen it or never done it, because you were given an envelope shortly before the show opens.
The night that you go on.
The night that you go on, and then you sort of do this, essentially a cold reading of this script, and it is very powerful. There's some content warnings because it does cover some heavy material, we understand, but it is also an important piece of theater and an interesting and incredible way to perform a show. And so I think Stuart does it first, then I do it, then you do it.
Yeah, so opening weekend will be the remaining 3 staff members who haven't performed this show at all. So Stuart, Gibby, and myself will be opening weekend. And then after that, we will be calling upon our friends in the area who haven't seen it. What this means, y'all, is that even though I'm performing the show, I cannot go and support Stuart or Gibby until I have seen the I have done the production. Same thing with Gibby not being able to go see Stuart or myself until he performs it himself and knows the script already. It's a wild time. It's going to be an experience unlike anything else, because not only are you experiencing it for the first time, or maybe the second if you've actually seen this piece done before, but the actor is experiencing this along with you. It's going to be a wild time. And that's coming to us in October. So if you want something spooky to watch on October 31st, maybe it won't be Red Rabbit, White Rabbit. I really don't know, because I've never read the script, as we've already mentioned. What's next, Gibby?
Next after that is this.
Ooh, Ooh, Violet Oakley unveiled.
So if you've ever been to the Capitol building here in beautiful downtown Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and taken the tour, you'll see some incredible artwork by a woman named Violet Oakley, and this is a show. There she is. This is a show about her and her work, written by Cindy Rock Ledecky, who is a local playwright, and it is a very short run, but it's, if you're a Pennsylvanian, if you're a person who lives in this area and lives in the proximity of the Capitol, you should learn your history about Violet. She's an incredible artist and an incredible person, and you can experience her work in the Capitol, but you got to experience this play about her life. It is absolutely fascinating. And then
it's only running 2 nights, so be sure to get your tickets sooner rather than later. But another show you don't want to miss.
This crazy chick.
Whose Holiday's coming back, y'all?
Yeah.
It's coming back, and
Cindy Lou Who.
Rachel Landell?
Rachel Landoff.
Lando Calrissian is Cindy Lou.
Cindy Lou Who? Cindy Lou Who? Cindy Lou Who?
Cindy
Lou Who?
Who?
You know, that adorable little girl from the Grinch That Stole Christmas? Well, she grew up and she had a bad life.
She got addicted to cocaine.
She had some troubles. She lives in a trailer park, but she's beautiful, and she keeps the spirit of the holidays alive, despite the obstacles that face her, and she invites you to drink with her and have a lot of fun. And I'm directing it this year.
I know, I saw that in the program. I didn't know that, y'all, until I read this program like about 20 minutes ago.
I'm directing Whose Holiday because I got fired from directing
Christmas Carol!
I don't think I actually got fired. It's just time for somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're reimagining Christmas Carol yet again. Is it a year at Open Stage doing a Christmas Carol if we don't say we're reimagining Christmas Carol?
We reimagine it every year.
But this year is even better because unlike last year with our virtual production of Christmas Carol, where you saw 3 yahoos try and play Scrooge, don't have to worry about that anymore because Nicholas Hughes is coming back. He's joining us
Nick
yet
Hughes
again.
as Scrooge.
Nick Hughes as Scrooge.
It's a classic. It's it's every year it is reborn afresh and new with a new take. But something tells me I don't know. Maybe there'll be a floating bed. Maybe there won't. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe the bed will finally get cut.
Then there's this show.
The Mad Ones. Y'all, I have been waiting to do this show in some capacity in my professional career. The Mad Ones by Kerrigan and Loudermilk is a coming-of-age musical when Samantha Brown doesn't know which way to turn, whether to go down the path of her mother's dreams or to mark her own path and follow the advice of her kind of wild best friend. She takes the audience on a journey of self-discovery and a journey of kind of freedom. Mm-hmm. If any of you know the musical, you'll get that reference. It is a wonderful, wonderful musical with a beautiful score, and it's going to be an exciting time. Fun fact, musical theater fun fact, because I impressed Gibby with this earlier. This is not the original title of this musical. Did you know that, Gibby?
I do now, because you told me earlier, but I did not know that before.
Some might have seen music from this show in their musical theater anthology books under the title The Unauthorized Autobiography of Samantha Brown. It's the same music, y'all, but an even cooler premise, a cooler storyline. I love what Kerrigan Loudermilk has done with this score, and it's exciting to have watched the evolution of this show, and it is coming to Open Stage February and March 2022.
Musical theater back.
Musical theater's back.
Can't wait. And then closing out the season with a show unlike anything you've ever seen, Fairview. This was right before the pandemic shut down, a big hit off Broadway.
Mm-hmm. Winner of the 2019 Pulitzer.
Yeah, this is an important piece of theater that deals with the African American experience. in America. Let's just leave it at that.
Yes.
Because you couldn't try to describe. You can't. This play is indescribable.
You have to experience it.
This is a theme. I know our theme is breaking through.
It is.
But how much of our season is about shows that are just literally indescribable? You know what I mean? Like, and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, this is going to be in partnership with Sankofa African American Theater Company, which we are so excited to partner with again. Our wonderful friend Shreya is joining us in this endeavor to put this show on, and I honestly cannot wait until May 28th. Literally a year from opening our very first show back in the building, we will be opening Fairview.
And Stuart has been dreaming about doing this show for years, so we're very, very excited to finally...
I've only been dreaming about doing it since I read it last week.
And there's more. The Alsadek Theater School is going to do a rock musical.
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
They're going to do Jack and the Giant.
Which is also really exciting. Both musicals. Our Teen Studio and Osh Kids Performance Companies will be doing musicals this year.
Then we'll have Court Street Cabaret After Hours here in the Court Street Cabaret itself. On our Chanteuse stage, we will have
Sangin' and
Drankin', and I don't know. I think maybe we're going to see the return of EFF at some point this season. I bet you it comes back. That would be fun. So look, it's crazy. It's a crazy season. Thank you for sticking around and hearing about it. And we're going to leave you with one last thing before we go. We didn't have time to pick out of the podcast game. No, we're not going to do that, Benny. We're going to let the folks go because it's 8:05. There was so much season. There was so much season.
About talking about the season, we could have played a game.
No, we can't play a game. Not today. This is no time for gaming. What is time for is a video that we're going to leave you with from our friend Ellery Ward. This was on MTFL last night. Ellery is an incredible performer, up-and-coming Broadway performer who also writes, records, and produces her own music. This album this song that we're going to play for you is called Mess. This is off her EP, which is dropping in June. And followed by 2 weeks later, she'll drop another full-length album of Sondheim covers that she performs in the style of Sufjan Stevens. She calls it Sufjan, and that stuff is amazing. Everything she does is amazing, but this video we thought was just too good not to share with you. So we're going to go out on this, and thank you for being with Benny and Gib at the bar. Cheers.
Selena.
Cilantro.
I think I just made things complicated for nobody else other than myself. I know that it's wrong, but that's why I want it. I'd rather love and be lost than sit on the shelf, because I like the way it feels when you do me wrong and walk away. I like the way it feels when I should go but I wanna stay. I like the way it feels when you're slipping off my dress. I like the way it feels when I'm a mess. You're coming too late, but I'm coming over. Though I know you're no good, you feel good to me. I wish I could say that I wasn't sober, but I'm well aware of the injury. Oh, because I like the you did me wrong and walk away. I like the way it feels when I should go but I wanna stay. I like the way it feels when you're slipping off my dress. I like the way it feels when I'm a mess. So long once I felt anything, and you can give me the things that I need. I wanna think you can change because of me, so I keep lying to myself and let it bleed. I'd rather be messed up than bored, so I like the